do we see a non-3-0 series? Thank you very much, by the way, as we go into this. I kind of forgot to mention this, but Elder Balam coming in for the Twitch Prime sub during that last game. Sorry, it took me a long time to say thank you for that. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Really do appreciate it. And also, thank you so much for the other 100 bits. Says, happy early birthday, and thanks for casting the Hero of NA. So again, my birthday command was a bit out of date. It was for last week, so it's actually already been my birthday, but I'll just take it as a belated present. Thank you very much. Do appreciate the support, yo. Thanks for the cheers and for the sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyways, let's see how it's gonna go. Why did we go to the break? Do we need the break? Yeah, because I need a little bit of a rest to get ready to go for the next series, which is kicking off right now. To the bottom right-hand side from Prophecy Esports, our blue Zerg player is Reynor. And he's up against the 12th pool here from the yellow Zerg. To the top left from Splice, it is Solar. We'll be going for the 12th pool without a gas, and so he will be able to take the hatchery behind this. As we are just going to be seeing those Zerglings just going to start moving out and onto the map. Something's coming through the middle, and we're going to see what's going to be going on. Something's moving in towards the natural, and already a little bit of damage being done. This hatchery taking some hits. Some drones going to come on over, and will be coming in to defend this, of course. So Reynor looking to try and deflect his Solar. Again, just queen a couple of drones at home and just trying to delay as much mining as possible here with those lings. So far, he's taking very good trades where he's actually basically taking no damage, and he's forcing the drones back. Obviously, he's been delayed from continuing to work on the hatchery, but given his own lings' health, he means that when the lings of Reynor come out, he's going to have a much better fight. And look at the position from Solar somehow. Oh my god, he segregated lings from drones, and well, Reynor is just taking a lot of damage. He lost a lot of lings there, and I don't think Solar's lost anything yet. 2 drones and 2 lings go down before Solar loses his very first 2 Zerglings. As we are going to be seeing those lings fighting on in and seeing what else is happening. I mean, can he get the third the natural hatchery kill here? As we do see those lings coming through, and they are going to be able to get a bit of a surround on a few more lings, but that'll be that. But I think Solar's done enough. I mean, he delayed a lot of mining time to the point where he put himself in a good spot there, and we're just going to be seeing 20 workers to 17. Solar is actually having workers and still just making more. He got out of here with a few lings alive, so he doesn't have to rebuild. Once again, he doesn't have to rebuild extra lings once again, just yet. As that ling speed of Reynor does come on up now on the main base. So ling speed of Reynor coming on through is a lot of lings around the right hand side. Going to be seeing what they can get up to. Going to be trying to counter-attack in, but can he get any success here? I don't think so. A bunch of lings, a couple of queens. I think as Solar sees that Reynor's not going to have much success, we're probably going to see him maybe even cancelling the spine crawl, but maybe he feels as though he's just in a position where keeping it is going to help him too. He's still without gas, so he is going to be taking now double gas, and he will go in towards the Evo Chamber. Roachron followed up most likely. Nice control from Solar on that single drone as well, pulling it backwards. Very nicely done. Queen's still firing away at those lings from a distance. And again, just going to be Solar, seeing Solar coming on down here, and Reynor pulling back in towards the natural. Queen is going to be able to pick away on a few more Zerglings, and the Evolution Chamber is coming on up. So Evolution Chamber about halfway done at the moment. Reynor does like to play the fast Evos, by the way. This isn't a fast Evo, but he is. I mean, if you remember way back to like one of our first games of the day between Scarlet and Snoot, Scarlet went for this very fast Evo Chamber into a Carapace upgrade, and that's something which I can expect to see, or that I'm expecting to see a lot of from Reynor throughout the series perhaps, because it was something he was using a lot the other day. Obviously that's not going to be something in this game. He didn't really get the chance to show that with the 12th pool of Solar, but it'll be cool to see how his kind of funky style matches up against one of the best Koreans, of course, in the entire world. Now we do see lings nibbling their way through the third hatchery, and we do see more and more lings on the way out from Solar to keep on fighting here. We're going to see the +1 attack upgrade, the missiles coming through from Reynor at the moment, as we're going to be seeing the lair currently on the way up. Obviously, everything right now for Reynor is just about setting up in towards the roaches. But look at this, a carapace upgrade from Solar going into lots more zerglings. And he did finish the roach roaring, but I wonder if it's just a bit of a fake out. Going to play mass ling and carapace and just try and strike while Reynor isn't prepared. He might even turn this into a ling roach attack, where both sets of units will benefit from the carapace upgrade, making the ling roach attack even more powerful than usual if there was just a single upgrade on one of these units. So we will see. Right now it's a lot of lings though, and Solar down 15 workers will start to run across the map, and already Reynor I think is starting to look to be in a bit of a poor spot. Those lings fighting queens, but they get turned away, and Reynor's going to continue to be hunted down on that overlord. He's already close to being supply blocked. He's not going to lose it, but doesn't matter because his first roaches aren't even out yet. They're still in the production tab, and the biggest issue with roaches is when they get kind of picked away at, you know, one at a time. And that's exactly what will happen here if they're all going to be coming out of bases and coming out just one or two at a time. I think it's going to run on over and going to hit this hatchery here on the third base. I mean, a couple of roaches being pulled in here right now. Some drones will start to take some damage. Lings fully surrounded. As we are going to be seeing, the queen is getting picked off. We are going to see the rest of the roaches going down too. Some more roaches continue to drop here. There's a lot of those drones just continuing to fall. Lots and lots of workers disappearing. There's going to be seeing more lings. Going to jump onto this hatchery, and this hatch is going to fall too. I mean, we already saw Solar here losing out on the natural killing the natural expansion. Now he kills the third base as well. With his own third base back at home, I mean, he is also making roaches and +1 carapace about to finish. So it's going to be a huge follow-up attack anyways. If this attack doesn't just end the game anyways, I think the lings alone might be enough for Solar to close this one out. A queen will throw down a desperate transfuse to try and do something. The roaches are tucked away in a corner to minimize the damage they will take and to maximize how many shots they will get off. I mean, some more drones dying off here. They have to fight, otherwise they would have just lings ran into the main base where the roaches weren't able to fight anyways. I mean, this is going to get cleaned up, but honestly, as soon as Solar pushes across with these roaches and ravages, we'll see what he can do with them. So a lot of units through the center. Of course, the battle's going to pick off this overlord here, and we are going to be seeing again for Solar continue to move down to the south side. More roaches of Reynor coming in, about 7 of them. He's just not really going to have enough. Some more corrosive bars. That overlord gets picked off, and here we go. Solar going to continue pushing on forwards. Lings coming in as well. And we're already going to see one roach getting picked off, another roach starting to be targeted. And we're just going to be seeing lings just streaming on through. GG from Reynor. Solar. Very, very powerful game from the 12th round, hopefully. As we do have to the upper right-hand side of the map here, our blue Zerg player from Prophecy Esports. It is Reynor. He's up against the yellow Zerg to the bottom left from Splice. It is Solar. And guess what? He's going to go for the second 12 pool in a row. So 2 12 pools back to back right now here from our yellow Zerg. Just to see which way he takes it this time. You can already see with him taking a gas, it is going to be difficult to kind of take an expansion. So he's probably not going to expand. He's probably going to be looking for the lings into a queen, into ling speed, and just a more aggressive kind of variant of the 12 pool here than what we saw in game number 1. Now, it is a hatch gas pool from Reynor. Let's hope already that just his initial defense to the 12 pool is a little bit better. I mean, it's such a minute kind of thing where there's just so many kind of minor differences that can happen and things that can take place. But let's see if he is going to be able to make this work out. He has this group of workers just mining away on the extractor, and we do see the spawning pool just over halfway done. Some Zerglings of Solar are going to start coming across through the middle of the map towards the upper right hand side. That's going to be 8 lings in total. For now, I mean, more lings are streaming out on, and again, we expect this to not be drones but a baneling nest, and of course the continued aggression. So let's see how the initial nibbling will go. Onto this hatchery as now Reynor sees this, and he will start to pull drones down to react. So here we go, Reynor pulling the workers down to this low ground here, and the lings still just working their way against the hatch for now. So you are going to be seeing the well, a little bit of a skirmish at the moment. We're going to see those drones pulling back up to the high ground here. Reynor now going to come back down and try and attack again. More Lings coming down to the low ground, and we are going to see again just a little bit of a fight starting up between the two of them. A little bit of a back and forth as we're going to see drones coming on forwards, and we are going to be seeing those Lings just sitting on the ramp for a moment or two. This is much better by Reynor this time around. He didn't lose as much mine time, etc. He didn't lose any drones. Solid hold. 19 workers. Of course, this time Solar doesn't drone up, right? So it's 19 drones to 12. As you do see a couple of banelings from Solar starting on up, and they're going to get ready to go once again in a couple of moments. And this is where it becomes very different, of course, for Reynor in terms of having to defend this. He will target down the first bane very nicely, actually. Queen will go down. But again, got rid of the first bane very well, and he did get rid of a couple of Zerglings in the process here. Oh no, that bane's gonna finish. No! How does that bane not finish? It cancels. Wow, very nice targeting by Reynor. As he does get that. I really thought that bane was about to blow up on all of those Lings, and that might just be the start of the momentum that Solo needs to break on through this. 2 more banes morphing in, a 3rd one as well, 4th one. I mean, with no natural hatchery, of course, this becomes a huge deal where, you know, a game after, you know, basically Solo has to win with this sort of aggression. This time the banes are going to finish up, but the worst thing is that he doesn't even use them on the Zerglings because the other Zerglings are going to be able to protect them here. Maulings just setting up and seeing what they can do. I mean, Reynor hasn't had a chance to go in towards a Bane nest of his own. Oh my god, that Bane's getting so close to some of these Zerglings. Spinecrawler on the way up, but arguably even a bit too late. I mean, he could have started Spine a long time ago. But I guess he just wasn't sure that he needed it because he wasn't sure if it was an expansion-based play from Solar or the continued aggression, as now the Banes are starting to do their job, and well, having Banes left over already is always kind of a bad sign. Like, if Reynor has to go up against... Like, if the Banes aren't even morphing in, they're actually already set to go, and Reynor doesn't have Lings out, it probably isn't going to go very well for him right here, as the Lings are controlling this low ground, and that's going to get picked off here. We're going to see the Lings coming through, and we are going to see that Bane going off again. Another couple of Zerglings getting picked off now. More Lings getting wrapped around as well. And Solar will be able to get rid of this Queen here, so Queen does go down. Another Bane up to the high ground. He actually just uses it on a Zerglin or two, which I kind of thought maybe he would have just kept it running to maybe at least hit the drones and the Ling. Either way, he actually protects this Baneling as well, and Solar. This is just going way too well for him. Reynor is going to start losing so much. I mean, okay, there's the Spinecrawler behind this mineral line. Oh my god. Those drones, though, getting hit by the Bane, and suddenly they're such low health that they start to drop so quickly, of course, and that's where Solar will really start to find a lot of this damage. As you are going to be seeing the drones just setting up on the natural. Oh, on the main base. Natural does now go down, is what I was about to say, as Solar gets that on his way out, and Reynor losing the hatchery. More Banes getting ready to come on in, and Solar is just not letting up this pressure. Oh, Reynor will come in and try and cancel a couple of them right away. He gets 1, he'll get 2. I don't think he'll get the 3rd one. He sort of knows it as well, pulling back preemptively. Very smart move, a very very well thought about move as well, not going for that 3rd one because he would have just lost some Lings. As you're going to be seeing a couple of extra Banes finishing up in the natural, and here we go, Lings and Banes up in towards the main base here. We've seen the Lings coming through, and we are going to see the Bane going off once again, perhaps. There's just so many Banes now that even the Spinecrawler is going to be in trouble. And Reynor knows he doesn't have much of a way to stay in this. GG, and so for like the last week especially. It's our last couple of days of kind of crazy marathon casts, honestly. So we're going into our last couple of days of this now, as we are going to be hopefully well, continue to have some fun and stuff like that. As we do have to our bottom right hand side our blue Zerg player. It is Reynor. His opponent to the top left is the yellow Zerg. It is Solar. And we're not seeing a 12 pool. Hatchery first out of Solar. I mean, Reynor's not been deterred. He's going hatch first every game still. I love the mind game though. The hatchery first on the 3rd base, because when when Reynor scouts, he's probably going to get across. He's going to be like, oh, there's no natural hatchery here. Huh, that's weird. Or is there going to be a natural hatchery just as a free hatch before pool? Oh my god. It is a free hatch before pool. So Solar from one extreme to the other. And as we do see this Overlord continue to move one through towards the upper left hand side. Spawning pool coming up in the main base, as we're going to be seeing the hatch gas pool from Reynor Well, obviously two very different setups here, and Solar will be going for a little bit of a later stage setup rather than, you know, Reynor. He's obviously looking to, well, he's looking for a later stage setup as well, just not as greedily. Solar, if he gets past the early game, which he will do so with the hatch gas pool of Reynor, no pressure from him, it means that Solar gets into a lot more lanes, and he takes a couple of advantages moving on along, as we're going to be seeing the Evo Chamber from Reynor. Oh my god, so Reynor's even going to go for the slower link speed here, and the faster Carapace, so he's going to go Carapace and link speed in the next few moments. That's going to be pretty crazy, actually. It's going to make this very interesting, as we do see Reynor getting up a couple of queens, and we are going to be seeing more drones coming on over and getting ready to go. I see that Spine Crawler starting up in this natural. So that's getting set up here. So you're going to see that +1 Carapace upgrade as well in this Evo Chamber now. So that is just starting up. There's a couple more queens on the way out. Link speed starts to come on up as well. And a Baneling Nest from Solar. Again, with two very different builds here. Like, this isn't just standard kind of Link Bane from, you know, Reynor, with the fact that he's going for the Carapace upgrade. So, you know, with kind of, you know, without this being kind of standard Link Bane on either side, it does create a bit of an interesting dynamic for the ZvZ. And I would be lying if I was to say I'm not 100% sure which way it's, or how it's going to work out for you for these guys, so guess we'll see in the next few moments. So now we do just get set on up, getting going, getting rolling. Continuing on here, as we do see the, I mean, really, until the Carapace upgrade starts, not much is going to be happening. He's hiding a lot of these lings, because obviously Reynor wants to make this kind of link speed and Carapace upgrade timing kind of come as a little bit of a surprise to Solar, at least, as you see those lings coming in, and one Zerglin gets picked off pretty much right away. Two Overlords of Solar continue to move out in towards the center of the map. And we are going to be seeing a Evo Chamber from Solar on the way up of his own. I mean, Solar right now is just a whole bunch of Banes coming up as well to help him defend against this Link Flood. And it feels as though Solar's already setting up pretty well into this, as those Zerglings going to start running over towards the upper left-hand side of the map. So here we go. A lot of those Lings going to start moving over to the left, and let's see what they can get up to right now, as a couple of Lings going to start coming through the middle in the next couple of moments. Reynor starts to push on in, and we are going to be seeing those Banes and Lings here from Solar to the left-hand side. Obviously setting up nicely so far. Reynor trying to find an opening, trying to find a way to do this. He's down 15 workers, so he really has to try and find some damage. But it's so difficult when there's so many Banes and when Solar is so well prepared for this. This is already going very well for him here. And this is, by the way, an elimination match. The loser of this gets knocked out of the OSC Championship, as we're going to see those Banes picking off a whole bunch of Zerglins already. So Bane's doing quite a bit right now, as we do see the melee upgrade is going to be about halfway done. I mean, obviously that's the next stage of this from Reynor, getting another upgrade to help these Zerglins continue to trade out throughout the course of the game. As you are going to see those Lings surrounding, that Queen is just about going to drop down here. So Queen gets picked off, and still more Zerglins of Solar seeing what they can do. Another Baneling starting to morph on in. A couple of Lings running across the map to counterattack as well, but it really feels like Solar is just shutting this down in so many ways at the moment. Like, Reynor doesn't seem to be having any luck at all with how this is going. He's done no damage, he's still making Lings, he's going into a Roach Rom, but he doesn't have kind of gas to make Roaches, so I'm not sure what his actual plan is going to be in that regard. As we are going to be seeing those Lings from either side being pushed on around. Larry is going to finish up in the main base of Solar now, as we're going to be seeing the Zerglings from Reynor all the way into the main, and again more Lings and Roaches coming through and picking off those Zerglings. Another Overseer morphing up overhead just above this sort of little kind of platform above this little column here. be poking their way through that overseer, doing a bit more damage. Roach speed still on the way up at the moment now. As we are going to see more Zerglings from Reynor coming up towards the upper left-hand side, and already starting to take quite a fight here. Oh my god, that Baneling! Well, that's where the Carapace upgrade becomes very useful. And it is going to be able to get some of those Lings very low. And Solar is going to start maybe thinking about pushing across the map. He has +1 missiles now. It helps against those Zerglings a little bit here. And again, I mean, he just wants to keep up a few Banes in his army as well, just to soften those Lings up, because it is going to be Ling heavy from Reynor still. As Reynor going into Roaches of his own, but his Roach count is down. His missile upgrade is later. His Roach speed isn't there yet. I mean, every advantage still flies in the kind of favor of Solo at the moment. There's going to be seeing more Lings chasing down this left-hand side to see what else they can do and continue to chase after those Lings of Reynor. Reynor running around, but not really finding much luck at all just yet. Reynor in the center of the map here, still just looking around. And Overlord from Reynor up on the top side is kind of sat around there as well. A lot of these Roaches of Solo going to be moving through the center and towards the lower right, so Solo going to be off and away to try and do some damage with that there, as we do see a bunch of Roaches, a bunch of Queens gathering up together. Creep Spread is pushing on up this right hand side as well. A 4th hatchery from Reynor getting set up on this top right corner too. And we are going to see a few more Ravages from Solo coming up, and the Solo continues to push through the center of the map. Roaches and Queens up on this high ground for now, going to be unable to do too much here. These Lings going to be chasing after that Roach, which becomes a Ravager. And we see more Lingbane of Solar going to continue coming along over in this direction. A lot of the Roaches and Ravagers now from Solar pushing up this ramp. There are a few Corrosive Bars, and he is going to be able to get rid of a few Creep Tumors already. And it looks as though we are just going to see Solar continue to push on in. It looks as though Solar will be able to maybe be deflected for now. It looks as though Reynor might be able to buy a few moments. Solar's a lot of Lings on the south side, maybe looking to hit the natural here shortly. Solar doesn't fight with an upgrade lead here, just with the fact he has Ravagers against no Ravagers. I mean, those Corrosive Bars will help. They'll force Reynor to move to the side and maybe lose a couple of attack slots there. As you're going to see those Lings into the natural, I mean, they're going to start doing damage already. This Queen is dropping. I think Reynor holds on this attack over on this side, but again, how is he going to do against all of these Lings which are currently running into this natural? So far, not very well at all. So much damage being dealt here as Roaches and Queens from Reynor continue to push forwards. Solo with Roaches and Ravagers pulling back over to the side. And we are going to see a few more Zerglings getting picked off here as well. One more Roach going to be under fire at the moment, and we are going to be seeing another wave of Corrosive Biles coming on down here. Roaches of Reynor still setting up to see what else can be done. And another couple of Ravagers on the right-hand side of the map. Reynor again getting set up into this. Roaches and Ravagers moving forwards here at the moment. We're going to see some of these units splitting away. And we are going to see continue to press on forwards. Solo going to be losing another Overlord here. And we are still going to be seeing these Roaches and Ravagers, seeing what else they can do, continue to fight this. And it's going to be seeing a few more Corrosive Bars being thrown on down. And we are going to be seeing Solo just with a little bit too much at the moment. Just going to be overrunning into this natural expel in this third base. And Solo is going to take it 3 games to 0.